Good Sunday afternoon, everybody. It's time to get a little bit of dinner to going on today. What I'm cooking today, as you can see, is some chicken, and ribs in the same pot. I sure am. Y'all know me. I'm always trying to try something new and different. So I thought, you know what? I'm doing them in the pressure cooker. Why not cook them all at the same time? So I got about 4 drumsticks in here, nice size drumsticks. And I bought these little spare rib. They're cut up like that. Put them right in that pan together. And of course, y'all know I'm using my masala curry masala powder. I'm pouring some of that on there. Now that has a little bit of salt content, so I'm using a teaspoon of that, a couple teaspoons of that in there. And I'm going to use my Tony Chaco's no salt seasoning blend. Now this I've already sprinkled some, so I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit more on the top. You can use as much of this as you want to because it has no salt. It's called Tony Chaco's no salt, so it has lots of flavoring. I think I even taste some kind of a little citrusy like flavor in there. So the salt content in this is probably 480 milligrams because you got all that other seasoning in there, and salt itself. I got some that Himalayan pink salt that I use, and this one, I guess if you use salt, it's supposed to be even better. So the Himalayan pink salt. Let me get it in there. I got this camera pulled in so close you can't hardly see it, but trust me, take my word for it. It's Himalayan pink. I don't want to move my camera angle because I got it angled in so good. But this is, I think I'm going to put some of the fine grain, just a half of a teaspoon. Let me see, a fourth of a teaspoon has 380 milligrams of sodium. So, remember, you have to know what your numbers are. So the numbers that we can have and still be healthy is 1,500 per day. So if I spread that 380 out over 4 pounds of meat, I think we're good. So this is just to just take the edge off. Just going to give it that little hint of flavor. And then, now, if you're someone that cannot have any salt, don't put any salt. Just do the no salt and keep it moving. But if you can have a little bit of salt, you can use it just like that. Don't put, normally on that you put a couple tablespoons of salt on there. And then at the end, I'm going to put some, I'm going to squeeze an orange in over this. So, the more seasoning without salt that you put in there, the better the flavor is and the less you will need regular salt. So I'm going to squeeze an orange over that just to give it that extra flavor. And then when it all gets done, I'm going to put some of Sweet Baby Raisin. It's loaded with everything, but it's based on the amount I'm going to put. I'm not going to eat a lot of it, but Kareem will. So I'm just going to take an orange, cut it in half, and just squeeze it right over. It'll have that citrusy taste to it. That I think that Tony Chocolate to me has some kind of citrus flavor going on in it. So I'm putting this in my just gonna squeeze that orange juice right over. And I think when it comes out, I'll do this again. And this just helps to enhance the flavor when you're trying to replace salt in something. I'm just trying. I'm doing it for myself, and to help my family out, because actually this does not have as much salt in it as it would normally have when I normally cook food. So we're gonna call that some. Let's see. This is my Ninja Foodi orange chicken. How about that? Okay, so got that done, and all I'm gonna do at this point, y'all, is put the lid on to pressure cook it for probably about 20 minutes. Then I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to air crisp it until it gets nice and crispy. So, got my seal it, and then what I need to do is press, we've done this so many different times, so if y'all got an air crisper, These are some real handy deals. I'm telling you the truth. These are real handy. Really. Okay, it's on high. And we're going to put, I'm going to put about 20 minutes on there. I don't want to cook it too much. Okay, so all you have to do once you get that going. So I'm going to let it sit in there and cook for about 20 minutes. And then when it comes out, I'll put some barbecue sauce on it. And we'll put it on the air crisp. And what it does is it'll crisp it up and glaze that barbecue sauce on. And I'm going to be doing some green beans and maybe some corn. So it's going to be a real simple dinner. Nobody's here today but Kareem and I. So it's basically Sunday dinner for two. Hope you all got something going on, y'all. I'm telling you, it's just Kareem and I today because I decided that you know, everybody decided they were gonna stay home pretty much. Tansy and Karan are not in town; they're in Vegas. So Kareem and I are here. Tanya's home today, and Tony and he probably had to work. I'm not sure about Lisa, but they're not here today. So the kids called me early this morning, so they're home. They said they're chilling. I'm not sure if their school is closed or not today, but you know, kids, they always say they bored when they don't have something running around to do. So hopefully they'll get de-bored somehow. Hope you all are getting along pretty good. And if you had any school closings coming up for tomorrow, or if your church shut down or your job shut down, hope you are weathering the storm pretty good. And praise be to God that the government has decided to, if I'm not misquoting, that they're going to make good on people who aren't able to go to work, make sure that they still get paid. I guess they'll put money into those particular companies and make sure that people get paid. So that's a blessing. I know the sports teams started doing that with the workers that maintain the stadiums and whatnot. So as bad as it is, it's a blessing that we live in a country where those things can be done. But nonetheless, we still need to continue to pray without ceasing that this thing gets better and better, and we can get back to work, and we can get back to our churches and start back visiting with our friends, because it's a critical time now, and depending on where you are dictates how critical your particular time is. And I hope that you're not going through any stress. If so, please pray. Just take it to the Lord in prayer, and know that we're praying with you here. Excuse me, on my channel. We always keep those prayers going up so the blessings can come down. We always try to pray without ceasing for everybody, for whatever's going on. If you can't think of a whole lot to say, just pray the Lord's Prayer and ask God will to become upon you on earth as it is in heaven. And I promise you, the will of God will take over your life. All you have to do is believe and put that prayer out there, because God is still in control. I said that before. He is still in control. Excuse me. There's no doubt in my mind about it. So let's continue to pray without ceasing. Love one another. Find you some good food to cook. And if you are off work or your children are out of school, just pray about it. That's a big change in life. I mean, we go through this somewhat when we have inclement weather, but this is another added element to being home, or your children being home. And for those who have issues with being fed during those times when they are home versus being in school, we pray that God will give them food to eat each day. That group, I wish if I was where where those people were, I would gladly feed somebody. So we're just gonna keep folk lifted up in prayer. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna check around here in my neighborhood and see where. I'm sure there's got to be some, but I live in a small town, so it's not that many people that have to worry about being homeless or not eating. And if they are, they're covered by various volunteer agencies. So if you can help somebody out, and if nothing else, just send up a prayer for those who are being affected negatively by this virus. So I'm gonna let that chicken go ahead and cook for about 25 minutes, and we're gonna come back, and I'm gonna get over here and get those beans going, because that's gonna be another easy thing. And then we're gonna throw some corn in the pot, and we're gonna get this dinner on the table here shortly. So hold on just a minute, let me get on the other side of the room. Hey y'all, I'm back. It's time to do the green beans. I've got my little pot here on the burner. I've got a 2-pound bag of frozen not green giant, but Food Line brand green beans. I'm just gonna go ahead and put them in the pan, like so. 2-pound bag. Food Line. I use the Food Line brand, and I'm gonna put a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. Or maybe just, one tablespoon of olive oil, and just give that flavor. And I'm going to cut up some bacon in there. And y'all excuse me, I thought sure I had picked up that onion and brought it across the room with me, but I did not. So I've got some turkey bacon, some of my good old turkey bacon that I eat for breakfast. But I'm gonna cut up a couple pieces in there. You can not cut it at all, or you can cut 1 piece or 2 pieces. This is that nice lean turkey bacon. I love it, and it has some sodium in it. Of course, you know that. So that is what will be. That'll be the sodium in these beans. You can use one strip is, I think, 200, and if you use 2 strips, of course, it's 400. 3 strips is 600, so on like that. So you decide what you want to do based on how many beans you're cooking, and then once you break it down, you'll see it's not that much sodium in there, based on 2 pounds of beans. Okay, so everything I cook, I try to, even if whether I want to eat it or not, I still try to cut the salt content down. And as you start putting different seasoning in, this is a medium-sized onion I'm cutting up in here. As you put other seasoning, like the onions will help the season. It'll, knock off the reason for having salt in there. Put that turkey bacon in there. I hope you're being able to hear me now. Somebody else yesterday said they could not hear me. I am so sorry. I don't know what it is. From time to time, people do that. So keep looking, keep watching. This is onion powder, about a teaspoon of onion powder in there. And of course, y'all know I always put, this is from Tyra's recipe. I always put a tablespoon of brown sugar. So these are Tyra's green beans, so I put that right in there. And what I'm going to do, we don't add any water. We just let them cook. Put that lid on and just let them cook on medium-high heat. In about 30-45 minutes, they're ready, and they are wonderful. Tyra taught us how to cook this pot of beans, so I still call them Tyra's beans. And I keep saying this, but I have not, and I do need to get in touch with you, Tyra, to order me some more of your seasoning, because I do like it. Her seasoning was really good, because it had enough, whatever she put in it, you didn't need any extra salt. So I love her seasoning. I just gotta get unbusy and call her and get me an order going, or shoot her a line and order me some from her. So anyway, the green beans are done. So that's green beans and chicken so far. And I'm just gonna get me a little pot up here, and I'm gonna do about 4 ears of corn. Just boil it in some water, put a little bit of margarine on it, and we'll have corn. So we'll have green beans, corn, and chicken. Like I said, a little light dinner for two today. Not a big old dinner, because Everybody's home. And I can't say that I felt like doing a whole lot today. I had a busy week, so it played right into what was going on with me. So everything worked out well. So y'all hang in there, and we're gonna have dinner on the table. Now we still having dinner, so don't contraire, don't despair. Okay, y'all, dinner is served. Buttery sweet corn on the cob, Tyra's green bean, that scrumptious chicken and pork. Remember, I cooked those chicken and the ribs. See them in there together? They get along just fine. So I put them in the Ninja Foodi, put that barbecue sauce on them, and this is the end result. Came out pretty good. And that is my golden delicious cornbread. So we're getting ready to sit back, relax, and enjoy this meal. So thank y'all for tuning in. Continue to pray without ceasing for everybody throughout the world. We're just going to pray for everybody because everybody's going through something as we go through this virus situation. So until I decide to cook again or come back with something that I got on my mind, I'm going to say love you guys. Thank y'all for standing in the gap for me. Thank y'all for praying with and for me. Keep those prayers going up now so the blessings will continue to come down. Toodaloo.